What is up, guys? Finally, we're doing an unboxing today that I've been waiting for a long time. A little something showed up from Entertainment Earth today. Box appears to be in pretty good shape, so fingers crossed there are no crazy surprises. I've been out here all day organizing shop supplies, and I am pooped, but I figured this would be a good way to end the day. Hopefully you guys dig it. Let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, cut is made. We got a little invoice on top, just a little paperwork. Let's go over here. Let's see what we got. Wow, much smaller box than I expected. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe this is only partially assembled. Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett. If I have to tell you why Boba Fett is rad, we got other problems. Box looks fine. I'm not a guy for art boxes. I think that's a fool's game. Falling in love with packaging, not the thing itself. I don't know about that. All right. I ordered this thing forever ago from Entertainment Earth. I know a lot of guys already got theirs, but oh, here we go. Right out of the gate on top, when you open it up, is the antenna. You know what, let me grab some scissors, hang on. Quick tip, if you guys are into making, but you don't know about these are tin snips, buy a pair and you can start thanking me tomorrow. They are absolutely handy for everything you can possibly imagine. Okay, so first up we have the rangefinder scope Hoodad. Oh my God. All right. Plastic paint is okay. Obviously up top we got this little weird thing. We're gonna need to fill that. And then it opens up. Check this out. So it's clear. Can you tell it's clear? I don't know if I'm making this any better. Anyway, it's got a clear window and then it has this little cover for it. I would have preferred that it was just solid, but that's okay. We can work on that. Feels light, it's plastic. I mean, it's Black Series, can't expect it to feel like resin or metal. So let's pull this out of the way. All right, now comes the moment. This is it. One piece. That thing is fit in there tight. Look at this. This is exactly formed to the bottom of the helmet. This helmet fits like a glove in this box. I am shocked that there is so little padding, but this thing's also plastic, so it's probably a lot tougher than an actual prop. So where to begin? We got some paperwork, standard fare. Oh, there it is. Check them out. And there's the inside. I love that the inside actually did. Oh wow, you know what? The bracket, like the headpiece bracket, is already installed, which is cool. Usually you have to put those in the Black Series. Inside looks pretty great. You know. I could live without liners if I had to in a helmet, but it's pretty awesome that this one has it. Paint is, you know, it's not perfect. I'm pretty critical when it comes to paint, right? It's better than most stuff for 120, 125 bucks, you're not gonna beat this, right? The paint could have been bad and you still wouldn't have beat what it is. One thing I am not liking out of the gate is that this visor has a big scratch in it. No! Oh man, big scratch in the visor. Can probably polish that out. Okay, so Cheap visor material means scratches. Freaking hate that. Not the end of the world. And I doubt this is probably pretty common. Okay, so let's pop on this earpiece. I don't think, is there anything we need to know before we just clip this on, before I just jam it in and break a pin? Blah, blah, blah. Batteries are in this compartment down here. We'll get to that later. Okay, I think we just pop on. What is happening here? Oh, so the button releases and locks this thing. Interesting, okay. Well, it doesn't want to go on, I can tell you that much. Oh, there we go. Nothing like the sound of plastic almost cracking to really make you feel like it's built tough. That didn't feel great, in all honesty, putting it on. Be careful you don't break those clips. Okay, there it is. Boba Fett Black Series helmet. This thing has been on pre-order for quite a while. I think I'm in focus there, right? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. It looks pretty good. For the price, hard to beat in hand, you know. Plastic like this is always a little disappointing in hand because it just doesn't have any, it feels like a toy. It is a toy, and it feels like a toy. Is that bad? I don't think that's bad for the price. If I paid more, I probably would have been pissed. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. I've done a couple Boba Fett helmets, and I've sold both of them. They were resin, they were kits, and to be honest with you, this paint job is such a pain in the butt. I wanted to have one Boba Fett helmet in my collection, but I wasn't going to be picky, and I really didn't want to paint another one. They're so labor intensive. So I picked this guy up, and the joke is I'm looking at this going, we're going to have to repaint it, right, to make it sick. But if you're on the fence and you're not going to be super picky, this is a pretty good helmet. The scratch in the visor sucks. God bless it. Why? The lights out here in the shop are pretty bright. Hopefully when this is on display, it'll just be less obvious. This is all just weird stuff I'm telling myself to make peace with it. Because I'm ticked. Oh, that sucks. The chrome effects in the weathering are pretty much non-existent. So like, this should have some sheen to it. This little spot here, the dent. The old denty area, as well as all these other wear spots that should have kind of a reflective aluminum, almost chrome effect in some areas. And this is just like a matte silver, and it's not even a good matte silver. It looks worse than a silver Sharpie. That's all right, easy fix. Liner looks good. The paint in here is pretty, I mean, it's just flat. There's no dimension to it. But there's enough detail that it'll take weathering and shading really well, so I might work on that too at some point. There's a little vent in the back, so you actually have a little mesh effect through the holes back here. So as I was looking at this little button releases the rangefinder, so you drop it down there. It doesn't lock in the down position, but when you bring it up, it locks into place. It's a little, it's a little flaky. You know, it's plastic. It's an A+ in the toy category. You know, it's not an A+ in the prop replica collector category. I may have to do some work there. But there it is, guys. Boom, Boba Fett Black Series helmet. Overall, for the price, a little over 100 smackers. Not bad. Overall, I'd say I recommend it. And if you're into modifying stuff like this, making props, painting, weathering, etc., with some paint, this is going to look really, really good. And it's a cheap way to get a Boba Fett lid in your collection without having to break the bank or build an entire kit. If you want the cheater's way out, welcome to the cheat. This is it. Art box. Let's talk about that for a second. Just in case. Even though I hate art boxes, I don't hate them. Even though I don't care about art boxes, I know some of you guys do. So let's get a little look here. Top, front, and then we got the side. We got this side. over here. It's always funny to me when I see the artist-proof paint job on the boxes, because I can tell you this has some good-looking silver in the weathering, and it sure as hell ain't the same silver that they put on the actual helmet. Why? This happens every time. But I'm fine with it. At some point, I'll pop some batteries here and check out the electronics. I'm not overly worried about that. Helmet's going to be on display. All right, so there it is. Black Series Boba Fett. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you own one? Have you watched 500 unboxings of this? Let me know in the comments, and if you guys want to see more unboxings, more maker-related prop making, statue collecting videos, please subscribe, all right? There it is. See you next time, guys. Bye. Okay, hold that thought one more. We're gonna go full hat hair here to try this thing on. Oh, it's actually, you got pretty good visibility out of this thing. Wow, I'm like surprised how good the visibility is. Usually Boba Fett helmets are not sweet for actually seeing what's going on. Hopefully this gives you an idea of scale though, and what things look like. Ugh. The bracket head thing on the inside, I did not size up, so it's a little loose on my head, but it feels comfortable enough that I think if you adjusted it, it would fit like a glove. You wouldn't get that weird helmet wobble if you were interested in wearing this. You could totally rock. I mean, if you wanted a Boba Fett helmet just to beat on and actually wear, this would be a good one to do it with, you know? You wouldn't have to take your expensive props out and get them beat. All right, that's it for real this time. See you guys later, bye.